Hey folks, I have another Mirio ukulele to show you, and this one was sent to me as their upgrade solid top version. The first thing that I notice is that it is in a much better gig bag. So they upgraded the gig bag. There's a lot of nice accessories. I'm not sure why it says bin bin. I'm not sure what that is, but it does say bin bin. Note to Mirio, the word bin is associated with rubbish and refuse. I'm not sure if that's a wise decision. Let's see. When you get the ukulele out of the case, it looks identical to the earlier version from 3 or 4 videos back. I mean identical, the same etching around the sound hole, the same look all throughout except for a slightly different shaped headstock here. I actually prefer the other headstock with a little hook on the corner. This one is more traditional, not bad looking or anything. And you remember that the other logo read from left to the right as you turn the ukulele on its side. I can tell right away that the Spruce is, well, not really. It's about the same uneven grain, to be honest. I was going to say it's a slightly better grade, but I don't think it is. But it is solid. You look through the sound hole and you can see the grain going all the way through. So this is a solid top ukulele. It looks to me as though the fretboard on these might be that teakwood, but I'm not absolutely sure. Could be ebony too, but I don't think so on a ukulele this price. So those are the immediate differences. Otherwise it looks the same. It has the arching on the back, the sapele. Let's hear it a little bit. Yeah, it certainly sounds a little bit fuller, a little bit deeper, and a little bit more resonant, probably due to the solid top. What I would say to this company, since they've asked me for my opinion, and I've been not only a worker with instruments and a seller of instruments, I also used to sit on a managerial board for things like design, QC, in years past. So I've been involved in sort of decision making for new products and speccing out new products. What I would say is if you have a laminate top ukulele and a solid top ukulele, you should make them distinctly different from each other, so that the customer can determine which is the highest quality visually. This looks too similar to the other one, and unless somebody is somewhat knowledgeable about spruce ply and solid spruce and how to look for it, they won't necessarily know the difference or why one is priced higher than the other. I would have chosen a different rosette for this one, or perhaps a different finish, or perhaps different binding. I know that the headstock is a little bit different, but for me that's not quite enough to distinguish between the two models. Again, they do not have side dots on the side of the ukulele, which I would, advise adding. It's not a huge thing, and not everybody cares, but I have watched enough reviews to where that's an issue with some people in both the guitar and ukulele world. This may be slightly different also in the purfling. I imagine that this is real etched purfling, and it looks like it's triple purfled there. That's slightly different from the other one, but from this distance away, from here to the camera, it looks pretty much identical. So for me, for my company, I would want there to be a visual distinguishing difference between the two models that can be seen, say on a catalog page. You can always explain that one is laminate and one is solid top, but I think having enough visual difference also helps. But anyway, judging this ukulele on its own, to get a solid top ukulele, and I checked the price on this, and it's about $70 on their Amazon page, which I will include below this video. To get this for about $70 with a solid top, a nice padded gig bag, and a bunch of accessories, and right out the box, no real issues. Nice bright strings. Again, I don't think they're Aquila. They might be D'Addario. They're clear fluorocarbon strings. They sound okay. I think this is a good entry-level solid top ukulele. I wouldn't say that this is A-grade spruce. I don't know if it'll pick up the pattern on there. It's definitely varied in terms of grain width across there. It doesn't mean it's a bad piece of spruce. It just means that it's probably not select A or A-grade spruce, which I wouldn't expect it to be at this price either. But all of the things I've said about Mirio instruments, and this is my third one, apply in this case as well. That these are very competent, well priced, competitively made instruments that rival a lot of things on the market. I like the fact that they use, decent materials, and that they're good sounding little instruments. My one criticism is they look too much like a lot of other models and brands on the market. I've seen at least three ukulele brands that have exactly that etching around the sound hole, and it could be that they're all made in the same place. I think Aliersi was one of them. There are a bunch of others that I've had over the years that I've done videos on that have exactly this appearance. So I would say, to develop a new brand and develop a new consciousness, do something that sets it apart from other brands, if that's your aim. If you just want to make a competently made and good sounding ukulele for the beginning instrument or the student instrument market, then you've done that. You've achieved that goal. If you want to move on to the next step and make Mirio stand out from what the competition is in the ukulele and guitar market, then perhaps start working on making it visually set apart from those things by not incorporating sort of a samey appearance. The main thing being the look of this rosette. Of course, there are only certain things you can do with a solid spruce top ukulele with mahogany back and sides, but you can sort of make it your own, give it your own sort of appearance, and put your own stamp on it. I think you started to do that with the shape of the headstock on the other two models. Now this seems to be reverting to a more traditional shape. I actually prefer the other one because as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh yeah, Mirio, that's what they're doing. Anything that sort of sets apart and distinguishes the brand from other models similarly priced in the market, I think helps grow the brand. That's just my thoughts on that, but this is a very well made instrument for the price. Of course, you can buy much better solid spruce ukuleles. The bag is really nice. Again, I don't know what bin means. It has unfortunate connotations for me because I grew up calling a trash can a bin. But that's just a subconscious thing. Maybe your marketing division should, have that information. You don't want anything on the instrument that it has negative connotations. You've done well by choosing the name Mirio. I don't think there's anything negative about that. It's a sharp, snappy name. People can remember it. There are just one or two things I would advise this company to do, since they've kindly sent me these instruments for me to look at and give my opinions on. I'm just trying to be honest and give a completely honest review and reflection. But in terms of a $60, $70 solid top ukulele, this is great. Sounds good. No real problems out of the box. You may have to do a touch of fret end beveling on these, but that's really all the issues there are. The string heights are set pretty well. The strings are decent. The parts seem okay. It appears that there's a bone nut and saddle as well, which is always good. If you're going to make a solid top instrument, you might as well put a bone nut and saddle on it, in my opinion. So yeah, this ticks all the boxes. There are just a couple of things that I would recommend to set it apart so that people can distinguish this from other models. But apart from that, this is a great little uke. Somebody will enjoy this. It'll be fun to play. So there you go. Another one from Mirio. This is their solid spruce top concert, and I will put the Amazon page. And I think they sent me a discount code for 10%. I think it still should be applicable, but I'll put that on there as well in case anybody would like to grab one of these. All right, folks. See you on the next one.